Well, hi, Sil.
Hi, Bones.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Bones Radio Show. We're here tonight with Still Silhouette. I have my lovely co host Shine, and we are going to have a nice, lovely interview with Miss Silhouette. How are
Mhm.
you doing, Still?
I am good. Thanks for having me.
Shine, how are you doing tonight, honey?
I'm good. I'm here.
Always beautiful,
She's
always there.
gorgeous as always.
I know. Okay, so we are here with Sil. She's been on TikTok for a while. Sil, how long have you been on TikTok?
A little over 2 years total, but I got Thanos in the beginning, so yeah. I think I've had this account probably a year and a half, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about that.
You're sitting at what, 115,000?
I just hit 116 today, so
Girl, let's celebrate with a
That's
little shout.
awesome.
right.
Okay. So, Sil, you have done nothing but straight audios.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing but. You say you like most people on TikTok will do certain things and then they will, oh, I'm going to do a face reveal,
Right.
you know. And you stuck to your guns the whole time.
I have, yeah.
It's
I
it's
think that's
absolutely,
awesome.
oh yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Um, so my thing is, you have been asked this question multiple times,
I have.
multiple times. And you actually did a video that I'm gonna play that kind of explains why you don't do a face reveal.
Okay.
What if I look like Jessica Rabbit or Fiona from Shrek? Beyonce or Billie Eilish? Would it matter? Would the words hit differently or deeper if you could file me into a slot, an age bracket, or a race, or a nationality, or a style? Would it change things for you? I question that all the time. How how we visually perceive someone determines how we internally process the words they say. It's just a filter, I think. I'm not going to do a face reveal for a lot of reasons, but in the end, who I am doesn't matter. The words are what matter.
That is some powerful
Yes.
stuff.
And I think that kind of says it all. I mean, I get the question all the time, do a face reveal, do a face reveal. It's the words that matter, right? I think the message from whatever the audio is what I want you to hear. I don't want you to worry about who I am or what I look like or what I've done with my hair today. Use the words, use them to tell your own story, because that's what I'm doing. So, yeah.
It it goes to show, in my opinion, that it doesn't matter uh, how trendy you can be. Doesn't matter how good you can look. It doesn't matter how funny you can look. It doesn't matter about any of that. It goes to show you that there's no. It, I guess the wording would be you don't have anything that shows anything about you that is, that people can label.
Right. And I think we as human beings are starving for connection, right? We want something to make us feel like we're all in this together. And the audios do that. I mean, one person can use the audio to interpret it a dozen different ways for themselves to tell their own story. And it means something different to every single person who hears it. So, yeah, that's the beauty of it. And I think that's what taking away the visual stimulation does.
it almost makes it universal.
It does, because
It
words are
really does.
universal. Yeah,
It makes it to where it doesn't matter about anything about you. You can
absolutely.
still use it. And
And
that's the
that's the
beauty.
thing. Yeah, pretty cool. I love watching people's uses and how they interpret whatever the words are. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the interpretations that I've seen on a lot of audios, they're absolutely people have done it in so many different ways, and they can take the same audio and do it so many different ways. It's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
I did bring a few of your audios with us
Okay.
to kind of let you explain in your own words either what you were thinking about at the time or why you made it. And also, I've got one of your most popular audios that has been done by a couple of people that people should recognize.
Yeah.
Um, one person is, of course, Logan Paul,
Hmm.
YouTube sensation Logan Paul, and the other is the TikTok sensation Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah. And also Lil Huddy used the audio. King Bach, Justin Bieber's dude. Yeah, there's been all kinds of famous people who've used that audio, and it's hilarious how they've used it. So
But I do know this:
yeah,
you have done all these different audios,
yeah,
and anybody from Joe Blow
right,
all the way up to certain celebrities, and I'm not talking about TikTok and social media celebrities. I'm talking about celebrities have used it.
right.
So, do you who are some of the celebrities that have actually used your audios?
Well, Rosie O'Donnell is probably one I'm really super stoked about. And as I said, Charlie D'Amelio, Little Huddy, King Bach, Logan Paul, the guy that played Goyle in Harry Potter, Zach Parks, he's used my
Really?
audios. Yes, I was super stoked about that. That was right up there
Holy
with Rosie O'Donnell. So yeah, all kinds of. I have a lot of people from Hispanic telenovelas who've used my audios. Um, Lots of verified users that I don't
yeah,
know, and I try to figure out who they are. But there are Italian opera stars who have used my audios.
really.
Yeah, it because we forget that TikTok is international. So yeah, yeah, it's super exciting. So
So your voice has pretty much gone around the world.
it has, and that blows my mind. Like, uh, like the fact that Rosie O'Donnell has heard my voice, like
Yeah,
how, like that blows my mind. There are people who don't even speak my language. Who,
just boom.
yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, to have that many people around the world actually use your voice, and your voice has been heard, you know,
right, and
and
it's like the audio that we're talking about is "Don't Get Too Comfortable, Sweetheart." I was his everything once too. I had I forget how many likes and stuff, but I have 54,000 uses of that audio, right?
are
But
you are you talking about this audio?
Too comfortable, sweetheart. I was his everything once too.
You told me that I'm not enough.
that is the one, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that and you actually that was your old logo that you used.
it was, yeah, that was the old
Oh
logo.
my god.
Yeah.
When I remember when I first saw that logo.
Yeah,
I was like, "Ooh."
this is pretty sexy. It's a pretty sexy one. TikTok hated it. Tried to take
You know
the
what? They don't know what the hell they're talking about, so.
they assaulted my brand, my everything for a while there. So we had to switch things up. But
No.
so that particular audio, I have 54,000 uses, but like Charlie D'Amelio and Lil Huddy and Logan Paul, like they have millions of likes on those audios. So not to mention the people who have re-uploaded the audio where it's no longer has my name on the name of the track. So like it blows my mind. There are millions and millions of uses of that audio. It's just it's shocking. It's
No.
So humbling. Ugh.
Now, we do have the we do have a couple of those videos that
Yeah.
we can show. So people who think that she's fibbing, well, she's not. So this is the one with Logan Paul.
Too comfortable, sweetheart. I was his everything once, too.
You told me that I'm not enough.
Yeah. It. And the thing was, like, the original audio was very touching, right? It was very heartbreaking. And so
Yeah,
there, God, thousands of videos out there that use it in that way. But then it became a trend to use it in a funny way. And if you guys ever get a chance, follow my link, follow the sound, watch the videos because they are hilarious.
guys, if you are not following Still Silhouette, you're missing out. She has some amazing videos and a lot that actually touch your soul. Now, I know for
Ugh,
a fact that Shine has used a couple of them, haven't you?
she has.
I've used like there was for a while. I don't think I used any other sounds but sills. So, and I think
The
I've used that audio.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of women, they hear these audios, and they love to use them because they relate to them.
Absolutely.
That's that's the one thing. Somebody else related to the same audio, and if you don't know who this is, then you're probably living under a rock.
Don't get too comfortable, sweetheart. I was his everything once, too.
You told me that I'm not enough.
Now that is Charlie D'Amelio, the number
It
one top
is.
user on TikTok, or top streamer, or
Absolutely.
top creator. She's a
Creator.
trendy chick.
Yeah.
She does all the trendy stuff. But I believe she has what, 58 million?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a lot,
It
and she and
blows my
she
mind.
yeah,
And this
and she
particular
used
audio actually made it onto Snapchat's news feed because this was an old boyfriend of Charlie D'Amelio's from high school, and he made
ah
the video originally, and she duetted it, and yeah, it was on Snapchat's news feed. That's how I found out that it had been used. So
just going through the news feed.
That's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty
Well,
pretty crazy.
well, I mean, you do a lot of different audios. I know one of our good friends, that our mutual friend, all three of us know, is Disney's Dark Side. She
Yes,
uses a ton of your audios.
Hmm.
she
Oh my
makes
god.
my audio sexy. I
Oh, I know.
if you guys don't know Disney, she is so hot, and she just has such confidence and such beauty, and she uses my audio as well.
She does. There's no question.
Mm,
She does.
yeah,
She actually she's done. I've been there whenever she's done some of them, and she has to
yeah,
get in some kind of space to do them because if she doesn't, then it's just not good, and she does.
yeah,
And it's not like a little do. Hold on, let me get it. She's in it and she's gone.
absolutely. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Draco says a lot of sales audios have helped me in the most trying times. I will always be grateful for that angel.
Aw, I adore him. I get that a lot. I get a lot of people reaching out to me to tell me, they're going through something or they're trying to understand something about themselves, and man, I needed this audio today, and that's the best feeling in the world, because it's horrible that we go through these bad things, but it's also great that it's universal, right? And you're not in this alone. You're not the first
Hmm.
person to feel this, and I think the audios kind of bring people together. So yeah, it's nice.
Well, they
And I
absolutely
know through the divorce this last year and before the divorce, I know I resonated with a lot of your audios that you were putting out. I'm like, oh, that's exactly how I feel today. So it's like, okay.
Right. And it's really neat to be kind of part of people's journeys, right? Like everybody's going through something. Let's face it, life can suck sometimes. And to know that somehow my audios have had a place in that journey and that moving on and that healing and that expressing whatever that feeling is. It's
Mm.
it makes you feel like you're part of a bigger picture, and it's really nice. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed about a lot of the audios. People, people can take a popular audio and they can make it trendy,
yeah,
but they don't have. There are a lot of people out there that when they originally get their hands on them, when they see them or when they hear them, they feel in some way that it like gets close to them. And I've had a couple of
absolutely.
yours that have actually gotten close to me.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I believe that's the big reveal. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was this one, the one that got to me.
Self-medicating, using drugs and alcohol as a coping strategy. It's just a way to smudge your mirror so you can't see the defects in your own reflection. Things don't get better. You just become incapable of seeing how bad they really are. It takes a long fucking time to polish it back to clarity. I know. I'm still cleaning my own.
That right there, that one.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know this about me, and I don't care if they do. I was addicted to like pain medications for 8 years. Lost my first
Yeah.
marriage was one of the reasons I did, and it audios like that. If I would have had that 8 years ago, I would have used it
Mm,
absolutely.
right.
Because it brings so true, and there's a lot of people out there that struggle with addiction and things like that, and that audio can actually touch that person and let them know, hey, it's okay to let people know.
Certainly. And it also, like, there are a lot of people out there loving someone who has an addiction. And I think that's as big a part of the struggle as anything. And that's kind of what the point of this audio was. I have never personally struggled with addiction in that way, but I've loved people who've gone through that. And yeah, that part of the journey is hard. And there was actually the TikTok Q&A. Somebody asked me a question about how do you forgive someone who is going through addiction, and how do you keep loving them? And it was a lot to think about. And I don't know, addiction's something that's very close to my heart because we all go through it, and you never know what
Oh yeah.
somebody's dealing with. So yeah,
Yeah, it gets to the point where a lot of people don't understand the things that people go through. Um, and it's hard to admit that that thing has gone on in your life at one point.
certainly. And if you follow the hashtag sober talk, you find some amazing stories of wonderful creators who are farther along in their journey. You've got people just starting their journey to getting clean and getting free from addiction. And um, the stories are heartbreaking, but they're beautiful. And I think that's what I love most about TikTok is when we can all just share our stories,
Yeah.
that human condition. So, yeah.
And that's the thing is it makes it amazing whenever you can actually share a story with the world and stuff like that. Now, I do remember I contacted you one
Uh-huh.
time to do an audio. Now,
Yes.
the little background on this audio
Yeah.
that you did for me, and I meant to pull it up and I did not, and that was my fault, and
Oh,
I will
no.
have. I know, but it is what it is. Um, this audio was absolutely amazing, and I contact Sil and I said, "Hey, I need your voice. I need your voice. This is something I don't know why it came across, but it did. I'm
Yeah.
I'm on my PlayStation 4, and I have messages just from random people,
Hmm.
and somebody sends me a message, and it's just this really strong message
Right.
about I believe it was about pulling on a chain and the other end, like I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
it was absolutely amazing. And I said, "Seal, can you do this?" She said, "Yeah, send it to me, send it to me." And I said, okay, cool. And so you do it, and it comes back, and I'm just like, holy crap! Like it was made for you, and it was just by
Yeah.
chance.
And I get a lot of requests for, hey, can you do this audio? Can you, say this poem? And I have a list of a production list that I eventually kind of hope to get to everything. But when someone sends me, hey, this message means something to me. This is something I wrote. This is a poem I heard, and it strikes a chord within me.
Yeah,
That's when I want to do it, right? I don't just generate things robotically. Everything I put out is something I've felt or I've experienced or something that has made me cry. And yeah, the audio you sent me was not something I could not do. And you and I had just met. We hadn't known each other very long.
no,
So
we hadn't.
yeah, kind of forged a friendship
I think
through
we
it.
only known each other for like a couple months,
Yeah,
and
I would say.
I talked to Disney first, and I was like, "You think she'd do it?" And she, "Oh yeah, just ask her." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, cool." And that's the thing. You didn't put me on the back burner. You didn't make me wait or nothing. You hit me with it and sent it to me. I was like, "Holy crap,
Yeah, absolutely.
this is
It just
great!"
struck a chord. It just really, really did. So, and thankfully, it generated a really good friendship between us. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you
Now,
actually just answered Draco's question because he actually asked, "How does one uh, give her their words to make an audio?"
yeah, a lot of users send me stuff. If I know who the author is, I'll definitely note it in the notes or in the title of the track. A lot of times I just don't. So people will eventually comment on it and drop it into the comments if they find it. But and then TikTok hates me. And so sometimes I find that they'll start taking down audios if I change the title of the track, or they'll start taking down audios if I put the author in the comments. And it's TikTok is just really persnickety sometimes. So
that's why I don't
Mhm.
that's why I don't tag people.
right.
Now,
Yeah.
now we can do 3 minutes on there. You think you might have something that's a little bit longer that you want to do, or are you going to stick to the short ones?
I did a poem last week that was a little bit longer. There's some things I'm working on, some things that I've wanted to get out that I just couldn't do it any justice in a minute. So yeah, hopefully in the future. Uh, so poetry is kind of about personal preference, right? It's about what appeals to you.
Yeah,
I love poetry. I love words. I love dialogue. So I don't know, I'm a little iffy sometimes about putting some of the things out that hit me because I'm like,
yeah.
well, I don't want somebody to have to listen to 3 minutes of me rambling on a poem that they don't really care about or don't get or don't understand. So yeah,
But it's not
I'm
about those
nervous.
people.
It's not like it's
It's not.
genuinely not. So
It's about if you do your videos about a certain crowd all the time, you end up not liking them. But if you do them
exactly.
because that one crowd that wants to hear them, they're out
Yeah.
there. They're out there and they'll want
Um,
to hear.
I love there's a poet, an author, her name is Anne Maria Laser.
Mhm.
I love her work. She does a lot of fantasy work and things like that. And I've used some of her smaller quotes. I used one I think yesterday. Um, yeah, so there's some of her work that I think I'm going to put out.
Ooh.
Nikita Gill is another favorite of mine. I've used some of hers. So yeah, there's plans. I just life's been crazy lately. So
Oh yeah, life gets in the way, and we have to take a break, and there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. But I'm
But
someone who usually posts like every single day. I'll post at least something, if not two or three audios. And
yeah,
this past week, I took off, I think, 4 days, 5 days of not posting anything. And
mhm.
DMs were full of people going, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And it's so sweet that people reach out to me like that, right? I mean, everybody knows kind of my habits. And yeah, I'm fine. If anyone was wondering, I'm okay.
You just need to do an audio going, "Hey, I'm gonna take a break. Calm
Right?
down. It'll be okay.
Yeah, like just chill. It's cool. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
It's me time. Sometimes you got to take it."
Right? Auntie still needed some me time. So yeah.
Now, Shine, what is the one audio that you remember most of using with
God, I've used so many. Like I'd have to go back through everything just to figure it out. I mean, there was days I was using multiple audios
Yeah.
at
Well, she
times.
has a lot of things that actually just get to you.
Yes.
You feel it that day, though.
Oh yeah, it has to be that day, and I've still probably got another 20 saved. Just
Well, I mean, that's the thing. She has ones that you could just go through her page, you could listen, and you could just hear that one. You're like, oh God, oh I need that. That touched my soul. You know,
hi Dan.
me personally, I'm just like, oh, that was nice. Tissues, damn it.
Right.
You know, she's had some that I've listened to, and I'm going, I'm a guy. I'm not supposed to be this emotional.
Right. I've got several friends that call me the Taylor Swift of TikTok because everything is going to make you cry. Like, just
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna hit just right there.
Mhm.
it's going to hit and it's going to make you cry for the next hour in your bathroom floor. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's able to get your emotions out there. And like you said, everybody's telling their story with your words, but in their own way. So it's
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
so fun to watch everybody's different perceptions on what they think these words mean to them.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
And
You
it's
know,
so cool when people hit me up and they're like, hey, I checked out this author that you used and they were fantastic. And like, this is my new favorite. It is so nice to be able to bring my favorite authors and my favorite poets to the world of TikTok, right? People who have
Right.
never, because, you know, when you're in grade school, when you're in high school and you have to read poetry, it's always a chore.
yeah,
Mhm.
But I learned to fall in love with words and fall in love with poems and stories. And I think a lot of people missed that part of it. So as adults, I think we can interpret words a lot differently and we interpret what we're hearing in a different way after you've got that life experience under your belt. So it's been
yeah.
really nice to be able to bring some really good poets to the forefront for people. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the main thing is you're bringing to light a lot of things that people haven't heard that they need to hear and stuff like that. I mean, there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
yep,
Now,
absolutely.
So I have a question. I see, like, you're the first one that I've seen that just never did the face reveal. It's always your vocal audios. But there's others out there that do the same thing and just put out some amazing audios. Just is there anyone that you like more or you want to work with?
You know, I call them my TikTok crushes, my voice crushes. I think a lot of people, you know, you have the visual, you have the content, and it's, you know, that's what people fall for. I fall for people's voices. So, guys like the deep voice guy, if you guys aren't checking him out, he's got a great voice. He's a funny guy. Max Devlin that you had on last week,
yes.
Max is
he just
hilarious.
got an amazing voice. His voice is fantastic. His singing voice is on point. Like you just need like a cigar and a glass of bourbon. Like he's amazing. There's a guy, Whisper Daddy ASMR. He's another one who he doesn't reveal his face, but
Mhm.
he does some kink stuff and he does some ASMR stuff and oh, he's so sexy. Um, uh, Cass Creek.
Do we need to go into what he looks like?
I would love to know what he looks like, but he doesn't.
Well, here's my question. You were
Yeah.
talking about ASMR. You know about the ASMR mic, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I have
The one
one.
with each one of the ears.
Yeah, I have one.
Have you ever used it?
So I was gonna do a Patreon for a while, of some ASMR stuff and that kind of thing, but um yeah, I never really got into it. I think ASMR doesn't really do it for me in that
Yeah.
way. And it's I don't know, maybe someday. It's kind of like the audibles, like maybe someday.
Well, I figured you do half the audio on one side, then half the audio on the other, and make sure that you post on there. Hey, you gotta have your headphones in to get the full experience.
Right.
Like literally, and your voice in somebody's headphones. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's
it rings. It rings.
it resonates certainly, yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
But yeah,
Okay.
users Cass Creek, he does if you guys don't know who he is, first off, he's got a fantastic voice, but he also does shooting the shit with Cass, which
Hmm.
is It's kind of what I do, but it's more in your face, no bones, no bullshit, like really good advice on just pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and life
Yeah.
sucks, but we got to move on. And I really
Mhm.
love what he's doing. A guy named Tim Forrester, 43, another amazing voice. Like he is so good. But yeah, he drops little tidbits of wisdom too. So yeah, love those creators. And there are dozens and dozens more out there. I mean,
Yeah.
so good. I'm hoping to do. I've done some audios with Big Curb. I think he and I are going to do some more in the future. And I keep saying I'm going to bug Vox Arcana this way and get him to do some more audios with me. We've done some in the past, so and Fino and Lauren Loof. So we'll see.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
those are the ones you're wanting to really collab with. There's someone that you haven't in particular that it would just throw you right over the moon.
Oh God, I don't know. Probably. Ugh, yeah, I don't know. There's so many. There genuinely. There's a guy, big underscore country CB. Now keep in mind that most of my voice crushes have no idea who I am. Like I don't think most of them don't even follow me. But big underscore country CB has this really good gravelly kind of country twang voice. Um, I so when I work with a person when we do like the dual audios together,
Yeah.
um, it's kind of most people don't know anything about voice acting, right? So it's kind of nice to be able to like craft them into, hey, say it like this, say modulate your voice in this way. I would love to get my hands on his voice, right? And be able to yeah, get him into doing some voice stuff. But yeah, as I said, he doesn't even know who I am, so it's
Would you
wonderful.
do ASMR if he was involved?
Maybe we'd
You
see.
on one side, him on the other?
I we're gonna leave that alone. Yeah.
Well, see, I know one of the fun ones that you did was, I think, was Sway,
Uh
the,
huh.
the snuggle slut. That
Snuggle
one,
slut. Yeah.
I cracked up laughing so hard, and I'm like, oh, I'm still using this. I just
Yeah.
haven't got to it yet. That's one of my ones that I have saved. And actually, Sway is in here. He says, yes, Sil, I love you too.
Yeah, that audio. And other people have uploaded in their own separately. So we don't get tagged necessarily when somebody
Yeah.
uses it. So I'll be scrolling through and it'll pop up sometimes and it's like, oh, I love that
I, be-
audio. That was so
I
good.
believe I believe Sway said Syl is the OG snuggle slut.
Oh, he did.
Oh my lord.
Oh, who says romance is
She likes her
dead?
snuggle Sway.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, if you don't know who we're talking to, we are talking to Still in Silhouette. Still in Silhouette, or I'm sorry, Still Silhouette, because I keep
It's
saying and.
still silhouette.
You can find Still Silhouette here on Instagram, still.silhouette. You can
Yes.
also find her on her YouTube and her TikTok at Still Silhouette. She's
Yes.
absolutely amazing, and you guys got to check it out. Now, having said that, we're going to play a couple of things here, and I want your thoughts on why you did this audio or what came to you in the moment, just kind of the feeling. Okay.
Okay.
So here's one right here.
Oh, sweetheart, be careful with her. Her fairy tale is dark. Her ghosts are green with envy. And her demons don't take kindly to sharing.
Now, that's one.
Hmm.
I love that one. I think that's Anne Maria Laser. Um, just a fantastic writer. She has such a way with words, and all of her stuff kind of hits me in that. I don't know, like it just makes you want to like curl up with a book in like a haunted castle somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, but you actually made her words from the page come to life.
Yeah, I think it's because I feel her stuff so much. She just has a way of writing that just kind of touches my soul, and yeah,
And it sounds like she does amazing work,
she
and
does.
especially if it's one of those things that if you use those for most of your stuff or some of your stuff, I mean, you're making her words come to life, and one day she'll hear it, one day she'll see it, and she'll be like, "Oh my
Oh,
god."
that would be so amazing. Ugh.
Okay, so we've kind of got an idea of where you got one from. Let's go to another one here.
If they ask you about me, tell them I was the only person in your entire life who ever loved you with honesty. And then tell them how you broke my heart.
Yeah, Nella Marie Herbst. That I was going through some things when I found that audio. Um, I think that message is kind of universal, right? We've all loved somebody
Wait, did you
who
did
made
you
it.
did you not see Shine while this was playing?
Yeah.
It hit her. You could see
Oh,
that
I
again.
used it recently, and it was with my ex because I was going through stuff with the ex-husband and my now ex-best friend. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, like it's not just about, the person that you were married to. It's about a best friend, a family member. Like you can hit on multiple levels. And
Oh, it did.
right,
That
like it
that one
people
is
feel it
kind
in
of a
different
universal.
ways. And yeah,
Yeah,
I was going through some
that one's
things.
definitely one of those universal audios that I could have played that so many times.
Right?
Oh, I'm so good at my stuff.
And I
Yes,
think
I
it's
am.
got like 150,000 views on that. So yeah, people have
Oh yeah.
listened to
Well, I've
it.
noticed that even on views wise, on average, it's 5,000 plus views.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I could dream about that one day,
No.
but you
But
average 5,000
like
plus views. That's good though.
if I get, 1,000 likes on something and 5,000 views, that means people are hearing it, right?
Yeah.
There are audios that people go through and listen to on repeat for 10 minutes, right? I can dig that. I mean, I never really worry about the numbers too much. Just so that people are consuming it and people are getting the message, and it's
Oh,
pretty cool.
absolutely. Okay, so we played a couple. I got a couple more here,
Okay.
and let's see what this one brings.
The parents of stubborn little girls with fierce attitudes. Don't put out that fire. She's gonna need it.
And that's what I have saved.
This audio, if you guys get a chance, please follow the link or follow the sound and watch people's videos of the ones that they did about their daughters. People have had
I'm
me on
doing
so
one
many.
with Alexis.
It is, I have cried over this audio, I think more than any other audio I've done. People making videos, just celebrating their daughters, right? And how, you know, my little sister has a daughter who is strong-willed and she is smart and she's a little mouthy and the beauty of it is you've got to be able to survive her until she's an adult, right? But you don't want to put out her fire. You don't want to make her less than she is. And um raising daughters is hard. I don't have kids myself, but I have watched women I love raise bold and beautiful daughters. And yeah, the world needs bold, beautiful women. And yeah, this audio, man, check out the videos that other people have done. They have done it so much justice. It is amazing.
Yeah, me and Shine both have daughters, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Those wild, crazy daughters, man. I was one of them. And my mother and father, thankfully, never tried to put out my fire. They never tried to make me less than what I was. And I I thank them for that because I needed to be this bold, beautiful person. So
yeah, and that's the kind of audio. That's the kind of audio that I need to hear every once in a while because I'm a dad, and dads are a little bit wired different than moms. And
absolutely.
yeah, there's sometimes I'm just like, oh, just let her do it, just let her run.
Right. And we've all got to be reminded not to kill them, right? Because they can be a challenge. They can be a challenge. I know I
Oh,
was.
absolutely,
And
absolutely. But
but
my daughter's a daddy's girl, so
I was too. And I'm sure my father wanted to kill me on a regular basis. But Yeah, he never put out my fire. He never tried to knock me down a few pegs. So makes me the woman I am
Miranda
today.
said that one about not putting out girls' fire. I think that
Oh,
might be
someone was asking what audio we were talking about. They just popped in.
okay. Yeah, saying we are here with Still Silhouette, and we're going through some of her audios. And guys, if I don't say hi to you on the live, I apologize. We're kind of doing recording and live at the same time. So, having said that, we've got one more
Oh,
audio.
you got some feedback.
Got some feedback.
It's
Where
gone now.
Oh, okay. Let me step back from the mic. Yo, DJ, run that back. Okay. So, this last audio.
Babe,
What?
every time you talk, it feeds back.
Oh, well. How about now?
You're good.
Okay. So this last audio, let's try this one right here.
My heart breaks for anyone who lays in bed at night and wonders why they weren't good enough for the one person they would have given the world to. That shit will ruin you.
Be the death of me, sage advice.
Uh, yeah,
Were you going? Were you going through some shit?
that was that was a rough time. I think we've all been through that though, right? We've
Yeah.
all loved
Yep.
someone who didn't love us back, and it's when you dwell on it, when you think about it, like that shit'll ruin you. It'll break down your spirit, and yeah, that audio was rough. And there are a lot of these audios that I have had to record a dozen times because I can't say them without crying. Like I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to. It's all so emotional. I feel it so hard, and like I've been there, I've done that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that was a rough one. Wow.
Oh yeah. And this is the one thing. Uh, you do a lot of audios at times that you feel,
Yes.
and that's I've done, and you know this. I've done a few things just whenever I felt something. I did what's called raise your hand videos,
Right.
and it helped a lot of people. And I can see where words and things that you say bring out either that the pain, the trauma, the happiness, whatever they're feeling at the time.
Right.
It brings it out, or they didn't know they needed to hear it, and they hear it. And a lot of your audios, people don't know they needed to hear it,
Right.
and
I
they
get that in
do,
the
and it
comments a lot.
drags them from that space.
Yeah. I think when you hear someone else say what you're feeling,
Yeah.
right, it has an impact. It makes you realize that you are not alone.
When you can't put into words what you're
Yeah.
feeling and somebody else can,
Right.
that right there.
And that's why a lot of people have told me they use my audios is because these are the words they didn't know how to say, right? They just didn't know how to express themselves. And I
Oh,
get that. That's what poetry, that's what um, authors do. They give us a voice when we didn't know the words. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
Well, it comes down to a lot of things in this world where a lot of people don't know how to express themselves. And if you can give them that platform to express themselves, that's what matters.
Yeah, it's an honor.
And
Definitely
you
an
do.
honor.
You do. You literally do that a lot. Um,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that you sit there and you say what you say, and people hear it and they go, oh, I didn't know I needed that.
Right. Or they get a different perspective.
Yeah.
I think we can get so mired down in our own emotional crap sometimes that we forget that this is going to pass, right?
Oh yeah.
Everything changes. We're going to get through this. We've gotten through everything else in our life.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and kind of what to do with that pain sometimes, right? We use it to make ourselves stronger. We use it to help us get through things. And yeah, I think it's just nice to hear the words.
Oh yeah. But I mean, that's the thing about it is the fact that whenever you do use what you use, and people, it gets to them, and it makes them feel it. It's one of those things that It makes you smile knowing that you could help somebody. And
Oh,
a lot of
absolutely.
your audios have helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I
And a
hope so.
lot you don't even know about.
Very true. Very true. It's
I mean,
humbling.
honestly.
Like
Well,
to
'cause
know that I am a part of these people's journey is just
oh, yeah.
it's
But you
mind
also know
boggling.
that somebody will take your audio, put it on theirs, and it's TikTok. It's the way it is. TikTok does their thing, and sometimes your audio ends up somewhere way down the line, and it's got somebody's little symbol on there because it's
Oh
been
yeah.
so used.
Yeah.
But it's still yours, and you know it's still yours.
I really appreciate it when people kind of tag me in audios that are out there that don't have my name on it. I don't get mad. Like it's TikTok. That's what it's for. That's what the words are
Yeah.
for. Everybody knows it's my voice, and if they don't, well, it's cool. Like it's not like I'm making a paycheck off this. It's not like I'm branding anything with this. It's no offense. Just use the words. Tell your
I'm
story.
still saying you need to be a radio host. Late night radio with Sil.
With Delilah. Do you
You're
remember the old
here with
Delilah show? Oh,
you're
she was
here
so
with Still Silhouette on late night radio.
good.
Like, oh wow, I'm gonna listen to this lady. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure, Sil. I
Thank you so
appreciate you coming on.
much.
You are absolutely amazing, and thank you for giving us your time. And I know that you have a lot of things that you could be doing right now, but you spend that time with us.
Well, thanks for having me. Like this has been fun.
Yes, it most definitely has been.
Now, guys, if you don't know who she is Still Silhouette on TikTok and on YouTube. And you can also follow her on Instagram as well. Now, any of you asking for a face reveal, you're not going to get it. That's not going to happen. This lady's voice is what's gold, and that's what's going to stay. She's absolutely amazing. And to everybody that's on TikTok right now watching this, I appreciate you guys coming in. And for everybody on YouTube watching this, thank you again for watching. Sil, absolutely, again, appreciate you coming in.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And Shine, as always, thank you, sweetheart, for being here with me.
Gorgeous.
Always.
And guys, we'll catch you next time on the next Bones Radio Show.